What is happening in Hedera HBar right now? It's going to leave a ton of people asking why. Why didn't I invest in HBar when the price was where it is right now? Why didn't I pay attention to the signals that are indicating where HBar might be going in the future, and why HBar is probably one of the best risk to reward plays anywhere in crypto right now? Now I want to bring your attention across to the Bitcoin chart. Since the beginning of the year, we've been in an uptrend. We have been recently sliding towards the downside. I do anticipate a break from this channel up to higher levels. Now, what we are seeing currently is the altcoins bleeding very aggressively. HBar in particular, ever since February, has dropped 55%. Now, this is very important. When we're looking at altcoins, such as HBar, or any of the others really, the only risk that you really have in any of these altcoins, given where we are in the market right now, is that individual project you're talking about could go to zero. That is the only real risk I think you have right now in any project. If we're talking Solana, we're talking XRP, we're talking HBar. If that product goes to zero, you lose everything you've invested in it. So ultimately, what we're looking for is projects that are not going to go to zero. And you're like, well, what are those? How do I know exactly what those are? I don't know exactly what those are, but I know which ones I'm pretty damn confident are not going to zero. And HBar, because of what I'm about to show you, is pretty much guaranteeing its future fate. Now, this is the first key piece of news today for HBar. Our team is always aiming to improve the security of the network for our users and developers. With the Hedera Smart Contract Service Security Model V2, greater clarity and additional protection have been brought to the network. This was obviously a positive thing and ultimately had a positive reaction for everyone based on what we've seen here. Now, this is great. Obviously, we're seeing a move in the right direction. Again, we're talking about protecting ourselves from going to zero. But what I'm about to show you is pretty much all we need to know, guys. Now, this tweet from the House of Chimera, not the House of Crypto, the total monthly transactions of Hedera have exploded. According to Dragonglass, the HBar ecosystem has exploded in the last few months. The growth in transactions results from more projects launching on HBar, providing users with more utility on the network. Now we can jump in and you can see that we're up over 2.3 billion transactions in May. Billion transactions. Think about all of the organizations that are relying on HBar right now. This is not only extremely important because it's showing it's getting utilized by people, but it also makes money for HBar. HBar, unlike other cryptos that are just based on promises, is actually starting to deliver something and is actually raising money, which is pretty cool, okay? It's actually a profitable project that's running. And this is literally at the bottom or near the bottom of a bear market, where we just had a pretty low down bear market. And you're like, well, why is this not represented on the charts? Well, guys, let me show you something. This is Google Trends for the term HBar in worldwide over the last 5 years. Now, you'll see back in 2021, the search volume for HBar around September was enormous. So it's no mystery that when lots of people are paying attention to HBar, HBar is going to do well. Now, HBar is starting to gain a load of transactions. It's starting to make some good money, but ultimately, many of these crypto projects get falsely inflated. And don't take that personally. I know there's a lot of people who love HBar, possibly a bit too much. But what I mean by that, guys, is people are just investing in a token because of, the idea that they're going to make more and more money, which means that we get overinflated beyond the actual value, perhaps, of the project at the time. I'm not saying that in the future, HBar couldn't be worth a vast sum of money, but at the time, we had a load of people falsely inflating the price. Right now, we actually have a price that is representative of a deflated crypto market. Not many people are looking for HBar right now, so that's why the price is down there. But we do know that because more transactions are arriving, more people are arriving into the space, and more people will arrive into the next bull market where HBar stands to look phenomenally impressive, then we have an opportunity to see HBar achieving something massive. Now, what I want to do is look at coin market cap. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at Ethereum market cap over time. Now, relax, guys. We need to look at this. I'm going to show you why in a moment. What we can see is the market cap, $135 billion. Look at the price chart, though. It grew, it dipped, and then it had a final shoulder and then rolled over to the bear market. Then it grew to what? pretty much $500 billion. So from 111 or 130 billion, let's say it roughly did a 5x, roughly a 5x from all-time highs. Now let's jump back to HBar. HBar has only been through one bull market, and it achieved a market cap at the time of a whopping $6 billion. Just for ease of maths, let's just say it achieved $5 billion. Okay, $5 billion, which is 100 times less than Ethereum. So at the top of the bull market, HBar was 100 times less valuable than Ethereum. So this is important. Ethereum, from its first bull market to its second bull market, did a 5x. HBar is about 100 times less valuable at this time in terms of the market cap than Ethereum was. Now let's jump back to the charts. Now what we're going to do is assume that from the top of this HBar chart that we're going to see a 4x. Now bearing in mind the top of the HBar chart sat around 57 cents. So a 4x, you're looking at somewhere around 2.3 to $2.5. Let's just say $2.5. So on that same model that we looked at Ethereum, and this is obviously, guys, not guaranteed, lots of things can change, then we're looking from current price levels at an HBar that is sat up here at a 57x. But this is based off of data that is showing the growth from Ethereum in one part of the market to the next stage. But something different happens. Every time the markets hit a bull run, they go exponentially bigger. So the market size or the scale into the next market is going to be exponentially bigger as well. So that market cap that we're looking at, there's no reason to say can't be potentially double. Looking at an HBar of $5 where you're going to see over 100x in HBar. There's no guarantee in what I'm saying right now. And what I want to address is this afternoon, my Telegram group had an interesting discussion with some people in there about my idea of where we are in the market right now. Now, personally, I believe that we are breaking towards the upside. We're in a bull market at the very early stages of the bull market. Other people disagree with me and they believe that we have a very savage bear market to come. I believe that that could also be a possibility. But I want to think about what if HBar continues to go lower from where we are right now. Now you can see that I've already identified a buy zone here, and you can see that we are now identifying that we are bouncing in a buy zone. I do think that we will continue to bounce here, and you can see that it happened previously where we came down here, and since then we saw a rally of around 17%. Now you would say that the next buy zone area, that if we did fall, would be about here. And who knows, HBar could continue lower and lower. From this current level, I'm going to give you a scenario. If the price falls down here, we lose 16%. So if I've got $100, I'm going to be down to $84. If the price falls and it goes down to somewhere like, that's going to really shock everyone, let's say 2 cents, we could be down 54% at that point. So my $100 will turn into $46. What does it matter really? Well, if you are DCAing in, which is dollar cost averaging, and you believe the project won't go to zero, which I don't believe HBar will, then you have a very good opportunity. Now remember, HBar could go to zero. I'm not saying it will. I don't believe it will for the reasons I've just told you. But if you have a good belief in various projects and you are investing in them slowly but surely, this is probably the best bet, in my opinion, not financial advice, of course, that I could give you. Because anyone who's saying right now, well, yeah, we're going to be in a bear market and we might get a bounce, but, we're in a bear market. What if tomorrow HBar starts to do this? And we saw it before. Look what happened here. And then HBar starts to do this. And you're here and you're like, yeah, it's going to roll over. It's going to roll over. And then eventually it has a pullback and then it carries on. You might get to here before you even start to invest. Now, we are risking a potential of having a bit of time in the red for potentially being involved in the explosive move towards the upside. No one knows for sure if it's the bottom of the market already or whether we're going to see a further slump towards the downside. Unless you're an experienced trader, the only thing you can do, guys, is to DCA or dollar cost average into any project that suits you right now. Now, obviously, do your own research into these projects, understand whether you like them or not, and understand that there will be times where you could potentially be looking down the barrel of a 60 to 70% loss if you sell. However, if I have $100 in HBar, it goes down 70%, and I buy another $100 at that point, then, I'm pretty happy, okay? It should be going down if I want to make more money. The longer it stays down, the longer I can make more money. Simple, guys. And if you want to get involved in more debates with me and other people, there's a free Telegram, which is linked down below in the description. If you want my daily chart analysis of what I'm doing right now, the projects I'm buying, then make sure you get into the Discord or the Inner Circle Discord, which is also linked down below in the description. Just $9.99 per month. I will be putting up the price of that group once it hits around 500 members. Currently, it's at 260 members, I believe. If you lock in that price of $9.99, it will be $9.99 forever. You will never get a price increase if you've paid that. However, new people will potentially get a price increase in the future. So safeguard yourself against that, guys. Make the most of this opportunity. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.